See, I said it in the last class that this is the only topic that deals with the issue of life and death, especially what we call a military strategy. It determines the survival or existence of states. You know, without strategy, even as an individual, you can't even survive. You exist, but then without actually surviving. My lecture is 10 o'clock. Assuming the lecture is 8 o'clock, since yesterday you would have been planning how you get to class early. If the lecture is 8 o'clock, of course, you won't leave your house by 7:30. Especially if you are coming from Igonu, or if you are coming from Agara. And logically, you would have planned. Not just planned, you would have factored in traffic. You would have factored in the Okada riders. You would have factored in a lot of things down to make sure that you get here to get that lecture by 8 o'clock. Now listen. Strategy is what you use to try to minimize risk. Listen very well. Strategy is what you use to try to minimize risk. That is one. You use strategy to try to create a favorable future. Strategy is what you use to minimize risk. It is what you use to try to create what we call a favorable future. You know, I'm fond of giving you this example that you want to cheat in class. Now, a good cheater will factor in what if I'm caught. So you want to cheat in class, you won't say God will protect you, they won't see you. No, you factor in what if I'm caught. I'll repeat it again. I said strategy minimizes risk. That is one. Two, importantly, you use strategy to create a favorable future. Yeah, sometimes that's what you call plan B. When you have plan A, you must have B, then you must have C, and you must have D. It's only a fool that will go to Bet Nigeria and just put all his money in one stake. And yeah, of course, that you spread the thing, different one, as it is. Someone that does not know book in the university, most times you discover that they graduate. There are people that know book, they are the one now failing. You know, there's a time you check your result, you get angry. That the person you taught in class had more grades than you, the teacher. Now, the thing is, you don't understand the abracadabra. You're always angry. Even sometimes when you are even so provoked, you want to go to the lecturer to report. That's sad. The person I taught had more grades than I do. That person did not actually serve that particular grade. Now, this is the strategy that person uses. That student is always smart. He made you feel important that you are the one teaching him. But he starts strategically. You know question number one. The person beside you knows question number two. Then make sure the person with number 3 is in the front and the one with number 4 is here. You are the big boy, you don't talk to people. Are you listening now? He is the strategist now. The goal is to pass. So when it's true with your number 1 that you open for him to check, that you saw him copying, you get number 2, you get number 3, and you get number 4. But you are the only one now writing your own. So at the end of the exam, this person is having 4 that copied everybody, and you, the teacher, you are having 1. I repeat again, strategy is what we use to minimize risk. Risk is inevitable. So risk is inevitable. That is 1. 2, strategy is what you use to create what we call a favorable future. A good cheat will not just come to class with something in his pocket. No. Maybe when you come to class, they search you and they tell you to throw that stuff away. The first thing you do is what we call you case out the joint. Identify the class you use for the exams. 2, go to the blackboard and scribble nonsense. In between the nonsense, put codes for the answers to the question. 3, no, I know, so I'm just telling you in case you want to take it. Remember, you are trying to minimize the risk that they will remove the paper from your body. 3, make sure you identify the chair you want to sit on. Scribble stuff on the chair. If that one is not going to work, get chewing gum, paste a paper on that thing, then paste it to that table under. You have a nice one. 4, if all those ones fail, toilet is always available. Yeah, you get the point. Go to the toilet. Go to the toilet, put the thing there before that time. 40 minutes into the lecture, hold your stomach. Lecturer will be the one, go and take care of yourself. You do your stuff, you come back, you continue with that thing. 20 minutes later, sir, the thing is still paining me. Then go. Now remember. What determines that action is the goal. Your goal is what matters. And that's why they say you do everything possible to achieve your objective. Everything, but there is no morality involved. Remember, the goal of all those your action is for you to pass. How you pass is what they now tell us that does not matter. What people are interested in is pass. And when I see you, I say, what is your score? When you say 5 points, I want to ask you, how did you get 5 points? I say, that's one, keep it up. You are not getting it now. People know you don't come to class, for example. I don't know whether you come or I'm just saying, not you. They know you don't come to class, but then you're always getting 5 points. But they know you come to class and you're always getting 1 point. At the end of the exam, people will not go to her, they will go to her. They know she goes to library, she reads 24/7. Logically, she's a good person. But then she's not getting the result. So what people will be interested in is the one that does not come to class and yet is always passing. That's strategy. That's what strategy is all about. Your goal. Then how do you achieve this goal? It's a different thing for you to say you will be rich. It's another different thing entirely for you to now do those things that will make you rich. When you come into class, everybody will say they want to pass. And that is one. Christians now, we love making pronouncement. You're always possessing your possession all over the place. So after the service, that's what the pastor will tell you. Go to the car park, pick the best car and possess it. You possess your possession. I mean, you don't have a job. Absolutely nothing. Even ordinary bicycle you don't have. But then you went to the latest Ferrari or Range Rover and you thought you possess your possession. There are two different things. I'm going to have 5 points in this course. I'm going to have 5 points. And at the end of the lecture, you say, but I don't understand what this man is saying. And yet you are going to have 5 points in this course. So strategy is not just about saying it. It's about doing those things that will make you actually get that thing that you wanted. Nigerians are so lazy. When poverty and hunger had almost finished your destiny, you now wake up one morning and say, what if 1 million just drop into your lap? You know, poverty is a terrible thing. You just imagine the unimaginable. Or what if 1 million just drop? Then somebody will just pass you by and just forget something. Dollar will just drop and you pick it and you spend it and you live happily ever after. Exactly. Now, what if you just see your result and you didn't write anything? You just say 5 points. No, it's not possible. Now, I said strategy minimizes risk. Strategy minimizes. Wait, why do you think they tell you to put on seatbelt every time you enter into your car? Is it because we were praying for you to have accident? Exactly. That if there is going to be an accident, you minimize the injury. That is strategy. And that's why they tell you to put. I don't like using seatbelt, but that is why they say you should use seatbelt. It's your car now. You bought with your money. It's your life. One can waste it and end it. You can end it now. But then when you want to die, when you use seatbelt, you die alone. Don't carry other people along. Your recklessness. And so they say you minimize risk. And that's why they say you should use seatbelt. Not that they are praying for accidents. They are two different things entirely. And if you don't read, you will fail. I'm not saying you should fail, remember. I'm only trying to use your balance, ginger you to read. I'll give you carryover. I'll give you carryover. I'm not giving you the carryover. I can't determine the carryover. It's you. Yeah. So to avoid the carryover, you know, God forbid, Jesus forbid, you do all those things now. Then you put more effort into your academics. So I said strategy one, minimize risk. And that's why they said the world is inherently risky. You know, when COVID-19 came out, they said we should cover those. Then I discovered you have to enter a bus. You have to go to market. And when you cover, you have the one say, I can't hear you. You should people remove, okay, how much? And when you remove, somebody will sneeze. And when you know, at the point you just get tired, well, if this thing want to catch, let it catch. And how many people can you have? You know, then it was dengue fever. Then there's the one that they said rat spread that comes from We are not true with that one. Then they said there's Ebola. Then COVID-19. So you just go, okay, which one is it again, sir? Then later they said we should be using that thing to sanitize our hand. You sanitize. At the point, you are carrying sanitizer, then you got tired. You sanitize, the lecturer sneezed, and you now did like this. You say no. No, sir. No, sir. COVID-19 period, when they were shouting, don't touch people. People spray money at their parties. I don't remember them spraying the money with sanitizers to make sure that the money is clean. It's not the same thing. Strategy minimizes risk. 1. 2. Then you use strategy, and it's important. This is why you have strategy. You can call it the power of prophet to create a favorable future. That is why you are doing this thing you are doing in this class. That is why you want education. To create a favorable future. And that is why last week forcing most of you to be entrepreneur. You didn't really understand the significance. It's strategy. In case you graduate, you don't have a job, then be a shoemaker. Yeah, but that is exactly that thing. They just call it a nice name, entrepreneur. I mean, people that are learning handbag weaving something, knitting. What do you think that is? Bread baking. Are you not bread seller? It's still the same. Barber. That is by the time you are through with your job and you are jobless, 6, 7, you won't complain that there is no job. You are the job. That's why I said you use that to create a favorable future. But you don't see it that way. In fact, that is why you are here getting these certificates. Most of you, given the opportunity, you won't be here. You are not interested in this thing. But they've told you that this thing opens a door. Most places that you guys want to most of the places you want to jump to now, certificate is a requirement. Have you forgotten? And so your certificate creates a favorable future. But you can deceive us here and say, no, it's because I want knowledge. I love knowledge. That is why I come to this class. But you know within yourself that no, you are only using this thing to achieve. So 3, importantly, what matters in strategy is the goal, the objective, the goal. You must have a goal. If you don't have a goal, you are in trouble. The goal determines the strategy that you use. So you must have a goal. If you know you want to graduate with pass, you know what to do appropriately. If you know you want to graduate with 2-1, then you don't want to graduate with first class. Then you know what the law lady then that graduated with first class, law. I mean, breast the CGPA or something like that in last week. I remember the law lady. Yes. When I saw her physically, I said, yes, her body shows it. Then later, when the girl started reciting her story, I said, it's not easy to get that first class. So there are times she slept in school, not other building. She just slept in school. Then there are times it's only Gary she takes and the rest of the something. Exactly. Just imagine your own life. You are taking pizza, shawarma, and the rest of that. And she now said something important that most of you don't actually factor into that equation. So to create that picture now, she said she now surrounded her friends with friends who are bookish. The list of her friends, I think they were about 4 or thereabout. All of them were 4.8 something. All her friends. So you are running after first class. Your friend is on 1.0, for example. No, I'm just saying. Then every day she'll be the one saying, what this book? What? Whiskey is not a graduate. Zuckerberg is not a graduate. Well, this book. And then gradually, I said the goal matters. If you don't want to smoke and you are moving with smokers, you are only getting your inductions. You are not yet confirmed, but you are gradually going towards that. So the objective matters. When I met it the first time, I said this course actually determines your future. What you pick from this class can actually determine what you become. I said you risk what to avoid. I mean, the world is inherently risky. And that is one. Then 2, you create a favorable future. God does not hate you and He does not like you. No, that's why most churches tell you that you're responsible for what you do. I mean, they say whatever your hands has found to do, you do it as it is. So in other words, what I'm trying to tell you in this class is that you are responsible for your poverty. Your 4 point, your 3 point, your 2 point, it's you. It's just that simple. While you are lamenting that you are not getting what that man is saying, another student is already going out online to go and look for book. Others are going to library, then others are reaching out to your senior. Remember, I said it's the goal that matters. So how you get the goal is immaterial. When you have 0, people who are not interested in your story. When you have 5, is what you want to hear. Remember that guy they used to call Hush Puppy? Can you remember him?
Yes.
It was later when Bad Belle people started that people that started digging into his story, into his life history. But at the beginning, he was celebrated. His wealth attracted everybody. People started picking his nickname. We are Hush Puppy, we are Hush Puppy, we are Hush Puppy. Everybody became Hush Puppy. Then boys started asking, how did you do it? You didn't graduate from any university. You did not write any book. And yet, president back then, vice president, everybody wants to snap with you, shake your hand, and the rest of the something. Goal matter. So for strategy, importantly, before we try to define it, for strategy, importantly, what matters is what you call interest. Interest is what you refer to as goal. Without a goal, without an interest, then you can't have strategy. Without a goal, without an interest, then you can't have strategy. So interest, goal matters. There's a saying in Yoruba, I won't say that Yoruba, but it's akin to this, it's closer to this. Most of you in your poverty, when you wake up, you think money should just drop. That God should just give you 1 billion naira. Now my question, when you get 1 billion naira, what would you do with it? Brother. Say. That is the problem with all these Cinderella stories that you people believe in. Poverty is a bastard. Now we said 1 billion. We said Prada, car, shoe. You've not even dented that money. You are not thinking big. Prada. If you can buy all the Prada, you still have extra change. $1 billion is 500 million in 2 places. We are assuming Nigeria's population is 200 million. So from a billion, you get 5 Nigerian population, and you are buying Prada. You have not even touched one household. So if you don't have a goal, when you see the money, you'll be in trouble. You won't know what to do with it. It's like saying your mind, what you want is just to graduate, then go and open your shop at Obalende. Somebody now said they'll give you first class. In your mind, what do I... Is it that when they are pricing my market, I'll say I have first class? I don't know how you price this. So, goal matters. It is the goal that determines your strategy. When a mosquito is biting you and you are angry, you won't get hammer to kill the mosquito in your body. You won't look for a gun to shoot that mosquito. No, it has to be appropriate. Appropriate response to that mosquito. You allow it to suck, you target it, then you smack it. You won't look for a knife and put their knife in hot fire to cut the mosquito. Exactly. Appropriate. Wait, why do you think people are angry with Israel? I forgot the Israelis are the Bible. They are God's own people. They are God's chosen race. Why do you think people are angry with Israel? No, because they said the strategy the Israelis is using against the Palestinians is disproportionate. Palestinians killed one Israeli child. Israel is trying to kill a whole nation. That is the problem. That is exactly the problem. Because you said that I was lecturing, then you started smiling. I got angry, I got in con, I shot. Anybody that smiled. Exactly. Then you said there is something wrong with that lecturer. And it's not ordinary. So, strategy will make you to deliver the appropriate response in every instance. See, you don't fail most times based on the fact that you don't know. No, all your lecturers require different strategies for you to pass them now. And there are those that does not require long essay, short answer. There are those that won't tell you to collect extra sheet 10 times before you pass. The last exam, student collected extra sheet and he still had 0. That's the beauty of strategy. What is appropriate in every situation? One of the most difficult lecturers in LASU back then, though you know her, but the year is now old, Professor Fasheke now. Every semester we debate as students. What can we? It's not writing for long that is the matter. About Fasheke, there are things you have to write, you have to observe for you to pass a course. All your lecturers have that. A good student will study each and every of all the lecturers. Then you know what to give them to pass. There are those that will get angry when you give them information they are not aware of. Okay, so you know more than I do, Abi. No problem. here you score 0 now because the lecturer is not aware of that thing. So that means to the lecturer you are lying to score 0. But there are those that you give the exact thing they've lectured. The lecturer says, hey, you were in class 5 point take. And there are those you write 4 pages, 1 question, say you've not started. And that thing you are writing is not for you. You have not there. You have not started. Remember, the goal matters. So the goal determines the strategy you apply. In strategy, there are no wrong choices at all. In strategy, there is nothing like it was a mistake. There are no wrong choices. You are caught stealing and you said it's not your work, it's your first time. You ordinarily you don't devil push. You had the alternative of not stealing. So you stole because you assume you get away with it. Everything you do is based on choices. Everything you do is based on strategy. What strategy believes is you only pick the best choice at that particular point in time. You have a choice not to be around for this lecture. Scale of preference, remember economics. And you have a choice not to be around for the lecture. If the film you want to watch at home, your friend you want to visit is better than the lecture, you go. If the lecture is important, you come for the lecture. Strategy is about goals, selection, objective, choices. What you do is, you have like 10 choices, you pick the one that is best for you. 5 toasters, then you analyze, you pick the one that is best for you. You've gone to weddings where the guy will be hugging, and the girl will be beautiful, but you just be, it's juju. There is no other explanation. But the guy must have factored different kind of things now. Fine boy, fine wahala. Yes, I won't want my husband. If he's ugly, everybody will just leave him for me. He will come soon. Not that you had no choice, remember. You had choices, then you pick. When you want to do exams, some students are fond of doing this thing. They come and save your staff. Not that they love you. I don't know. The seat they saved for you is because you know question number 3, or question number 2, or question number 1. You don't have friends. What you have are goals. People that you call your friends are those that can actually meet that goal. They said poor person that is now the friend of a poor person, both of them will die in poverty. How can you be poor? You have now friends with somebody that is poor. How can you wake up and you say, only God will provide? Your neighbor to where you say, only God, you are in trouble. You should sleep with someone that will, when you wake up, only God will provide, you tap you, take, manage it. That is what strategy dictates or determines. And that is why when you have groups to pass exam, if it is to pass, that is your goal. And you sit strategically, you read 1, you read 2, you read 3. And you sit here and you sit here, and the other person sits here. So that when you are through with 1, you exchange 2, then you exchange 3, and then you pass. So I said, minimizes risk. 1, create a favorable future, importantly, which is why you go to work. 2, then 3, strategy is about choices. There is nothing you do that you don't have a choice, but you only pick the one that is best at any particular point in time. Then when you've done it, you now lie that I have no choice. You can slap a lecturer, but the alternative is for you not to slap a lecturer. You know, that was the Bible said, if they slap you on the left, then you turn the right. No, you do not fight back. But because when you fight back, you escalate. So you have a choice to slap back or not to. Hamas attacked Israel. They had a choice not to attack Israel. For attacking Israel, this was the best choice at that particular point in time. Because some few days to that time, some few days after that time, Israel was ready, Saudi Arabia was ready to normalize relationship with Israel. If Saudi Arabia should do that, Qatar has done that, then all other Arab states should do that, that's the end of the Palestinian dreams. So the best way to cut that relationship is to attack. Remember, I said it has nothing to do with morality. If killing your neighbor will guarantee the goal, the success of your victim, that last student that told the girlfriend now to go and do money, I've forgotten, was the boy evil? In fact, the mother followed him. It was with the mother. The mom that is meant to tell him that what you are doing is wrong took the pregnant girlfriend together to Osun State to go and use that girl for money. It's the goal. They were tired of poverty. And they didn't want to wait for 20 years to make money. They want the money now. And that's why Gola would tell you that you can make money now, but then you do the thing, and you make the something that will give you that money. And they still do it on a daily basis. That stuff is still happening. And then, last week Sunday now, they said they went to one room and one lady's body, decapitation they call it, headless body was found in the room. In Ogun State now, they said it's one lifeless body, all the vital parts were gone. And say, your problem is morality. The people that did that thing is for a goal to achieve an objective. In Delta State, that bracket, what's the name of that university? One of the most notorious university. They are in Nigeria. In that university, boys are never smiling. Boys are always not there. So there was a notorious lecturer and a failed student. Very notorious for failing student. The goal of the student is to pass. Remember, there are different ways to pass it. The one you know that your parents have been telling you is to read and write, go to library and do all those things, come to class, which is what some of you are doing. But what you've forgotten is that is one way to pass. So there are other ways to pass it. Another one, where I love my celebrity, another one is for you to go to church with your pen, then they will pray over that thing. Remember, that's true. The instruction they will give you, like Dollywood fame, is don't allow anybody to touch that pen. Pen that did not come for strategy lecture, you'll be able to write strategy. There's a third one. Yoruba call it Obuisoye. Remember, so you have three ways to pass, not one. The one, which is where they put morality, is doing this, coming to class and going to and so on. But there is still a fourth way to pass. Cheat. That is the common one. Though why go through the ordinary? That's not spectacular enough. Then there is a fifth way to pass. The fifth way to pass is to kidnap your lecturer. Now, this is a true story. It actually happened. So I think a week to the exam, they kidnapped that lecturer in his own car. The man got there to open his car, they tapped him, that they put him in the boot and took him away for vacation. So just So the day of the exam, they now brought this man back. That's a notorious man. If you don't come, even if you come down, you won't pass and everything. So they brought him back and they now gave him the list that they won't come for exam and they must. And the man said they've all passed. They've not written the exam. He told them they've all passed, and they all passed. Highest grade. Now. I said it's about choices. Can you see he identified different ways? They could have read, they could have carried chips. Maybe there's a sixth way, said. You could have been private lecturer. Remember, but then the one they told us at home is always the good one. Read. Come to library, go to this, buy book, read. So not knowing that there are all 5 other different ways. That is what strategy is all about. So you have choices. You only pick the one that is best, optimal, that will minimize any risks to you. The best one that will help if you don't know anything is allow your friend to cheat and be copying your friend. When he's caught, I don't know anything about it. He's the one cheating. It's easy life. I don't know anything about it. You even do it, hey, now on you here. Probably I did when you are put in there. Remember, your objective is still for you to pass minimum risk. And you know what your friend is doing is wrong. But because your goal is if he does not cheat, you won't pass together. So you now shift that thing. Carry it, don't worry. I'll be on the lookout. If you are caught, we'll beg them. We'll beg them. Not if you are caught, not if we were, if you are caught, we'll beg them. But when you are caught, that person will not be serious and be writing. Let's say, I don't know anything about I'm just seeing it too. I don't know anything about that. Now the point is the goal that matters. Remember, choice is about 6. You only pick the best one. And that's why sometimes you hear that thing that school has come, you don't have to be a graduate to be successful. Yes, there are different ways to be. What matters is if you are ready to pay the price for the other one that you want to pick. There are different ways to have 5 points. You can have 5 points without coming to class. But then you can take the risk. And if you succeed, fine. If you fail, you fail the consequences. You face the consequences. Strategy would not only plan for success, it will also plan for failure. The bet Nigeria you are staking, what if you lose? What is your fallback plan? I can call today and borrow money for next week. I can tell my daddy that something terrible happened. They kidnapped me, they did ransom. Remember, there is a plan, you plan for success, and at the same time you plan for failure. It's just that is what strategy is all about. I use the word you minimize risk. And you are leaving your house and you are coming for 8 o'clock lecture. You better that bus. What about if the bus will have a flat tire? Are you going to sit in the bus and say, if you don't fix this thing, you won't leave this place? All these things that you now start dragging the conductor, give me the money, before you know it is 9 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock. When it's 12, you now ask, but why did I wait this long? Even if I started trekking, I would have gotten to school. If I left this man and I didn't know how to go, you choose. It's either you wait for your 10 naira or you come for lecture. So as you are planning for success in strategy, you also factor in failure. Any good military general, when it comes to warfare, they'll plan. That's why you hear sometimes they retreat. Yoruba will say, I go to Feyiri. You advance. When it's blocked, you retreat. You reassess. So a good student, when you have a carryover in the course you prepared for, you go back and check. Not that I know I'll fail. The man will I know I'll fail it. I know. No need, I just don't. There was a way he was looking at me when I know I'll fail that place. I know when you fail, that's why they say when a mature person falls when he's walking, you will check the hole and note that spot. So next time. But a child will just fall and just continue running and come back again and fall into the same hole. Strategy will mean, okay, is you. Okay, I'll know where to pass when I'm coming the next time. So strategy, you plan for success. Then again, and it sounds unbelievable, you plan to fail. What if? So goal, which is what we call interest, determines your strategy. Then risk is always present. It is always present in strategy. Risk is always present in strategy. Then you use strategy to minimize it. At least if I didn't get 4, let me say I have 3. If at all the lecturer is wicked, let my people go. 1 is not bad. I remember, not that you must have that. There was a girl at OAU, Obasanjo University, good CGPA, but because he had 0 in one course, he committed suicide. I trust you. Exactly. What is 0? What is 0? Or like some students will say, is 0 not meant for humanity? It's not meant for humanity. You have 1 0, you are crying. Somebody tell you I had 10 and nothing happened. So, quickly, strategy, listen, it's about ways, means, ends. Put the 3 down. They are still teaching them this today in America. It's very difficult to understand those 3 things. It sounds simple. Ways, means, end. Strategy is about ways, means, end. And I'll explain. Strategy is about resources, concept, then goal, ways, means, end. If you can figure out these 3, then you understand what is meant by strategy. So it's about ways, means, end, resources, concept, goal. Goal, I want to be a graduate. That is the end. That's why you heard that statement, is the end justifies the means. Whichever way, that's what you are saying when you say no grief for anybody. Whatever it takes. That's the Linnaeus plan. No grief for anybody. End, to be a graduate. So if your end is to be a graduate, you now say again, at all costs. Whatever it takes, I must graduate. And that's why you hear boys, whatever it takes, I must make money. I must make money. In the West, Nigerians are going to the extreme to make money. What they cannot do here, they are doing it over there. They say, they only give it a nice name. That's why you think if you jump, you are going to do the same thing. Caregiving. You know what it's called, caregiving? They call it hospitality industry. You know what they call it? It is wearing pampers for old people and packing their poo-poo. but that is what they call it a nice name. But you won't look at that now because your goal is to make it. And so your goal determines what you put to that thing. I mean, you use your school fees to do Bet Naija now. You are looking at the millions you are going to win. And that is, see, the end is the goal. That thing is what is motivating you. So it is when you have a goal, when you have a drive, sometimes what you call passion. This is when you have that thing that drives. How can you chase a girl for 4 years? Only you. every day, just you. And you are telling yourself in the 5th year, I know I will have a story to tell. All my effort cannot be wasted. I will have something to tell. Set goal. You know, I teach students. I said, what you used to toast girl in Okuku is not the same thing you take to Lekki. And it's not the same you take to VR. Yeah, they are different things entirely. You can't toast a girl in your village with what you have in Lagos. I'll buy a Domino pizza and you're in your village, one bush. You're telling somebody that knows bush meat and knows pounded yam with solid goosey soup and vegetable. Look at me, give him ice cream, Domino ice cream, give him milk. Exactly, you know, it's incompatible. It's the goal that determines what you do. If you know you want to go into tailoring after this education, what do you need for class? And you are not stressing yourself now. And you know you don't, but you know you want to go into teaching now, you know what you are running after. I said the goal determines what you put into that thing. If your parents are the one putting your bills and you have an inheritance, entrepreneur will not enter into your head. And because you know the money is there, why do you want to kill yourself? But you are the one doing this on the home. Everything, you are bricklayer, you are vulcanizer, you are barber, everything. And your goal is to destroy poverty in your lineage. So goal matters. So the end is the goal. That's why they say you do anything to achieve your objective. That's why there is no morality in making money. If it involves carrying cocaine, destroying people's life, if it involves using somebody's child to do money, or using your own child to do. There was a case of a mother that told his brother to kill the daughter, then slept with the daughter so that they can make money. And it sounds unbelievable, but they were looking at the goal now, money, to make money. And it's the same now, those boys that kidnapped the lecturer, I forgot it, it's not to be rich. And it's the goal, it's the end. So the end camp, to bring the war to an end, America committed murder, mass murder. They dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, on people that didn't even know about the war. And that was what they did now. First one was 1945 now. Drop the first one, we thought it was a mistake, then drop the second one. The first one killed 144,000 people, humans, children, unborn one, grandfather, killed them. The goal was what they were trying to bring the world. We are tired of all these small killing. Well, let us just kill them once. They will know that we are serious. And it brought the war. It brought the war to an end. It's not the objective. And then suicide. I forgot why you commit suicide. You are tired of everything. You want to end everything. You didn't want to end your life, but you want the pain. You want it to go away. You don't want to feel anything. And that's why it's a goal. In fact, there is an industry in the world. They devote themselves to helping you to die peacefully. You pay your own money to go and die. You tell them the kind of death you want. And you tell them the time you want to go. If you want them to hold your hand when you are dying to sing for you, they will sing and hold your hand until you are dead. If you want a painful death, they give it. If you want a nice death, they give it to you. So, goal, end. Then, 2 ways to pass, which is where you get it wrong. Because you always believe it's only one way. Ways. That's the concept. I want to get first class. That is the goal. I want to possess my possession. That is the goal. Then 2, what are the ways of possessing this possession? What are the ways? It's either I work and wait 20 years, or I carry gun, get it immediately. I do Yahoo, I do 419, or I play Bet Naija. Remember, ways. One is just the usual one that they call the righteous one. Work. But work, salary, that it takes time. So you choose. So when you pick the one you want, you now deceive yourself to say, I have no choice. You pick the best at that particular point in time for that thing. Is it making any sense at all? And that's why I don't feel for students when they cheat and they say there is their first time. They had no choice, and they are the only child. Daddy died yesterday. Mommy also died the day before. Okay, so spirit of mommy now said go and cheat. No, because I try to understand logically. Can I continue? Finally, means appropriate the resources. Resources. Yeah, those are the three concepts in strategy. Very powerful concepts in strategy. You must have a goal. You can't escape. You must have a goal. You have a reason for coming. You must have a reason for being here, or your existence is wasted. And that's one. Two. Now, when you now have a goal, how do you achieve this your goal? Then, say to achieve your goal too. Remember, you think of the things you have available to you. That's why they say you cut your coat according to your size or something like that, or your size according to your coat. If you have 100 naira, you won't say you want to buy chicken, then you buy ice cream with 100 naira. And say, in fact, the money in your pocket determines the canteen where you eat here. You know the student know the woman that sells good rice for 100 naira or for 50 naira, and they know the one that is stingy with the rice. They know the one that the rice is sweet for your money, and the one that the rice is terrible. When you don't have money, you know where to go to. When you have money, you know where to go and eat. If you have 100 or 200 naira to feed yourself now, you know what you eat. Strategy. Buy bread, buy beans, then load it down. Yeah, you won't even think of buying plantain, coleslaw, and all those things to that day. Remember, it's your money that determines. But then when you have like 20,000 for food, then you can pick your phone and I want to order. I don't like eating last food. Remember. It's your means, your resources that is determining what you are doing. If you are sure of yourself during the exam, you say, I want to sit in the front. They said, no, I don't like all this noise at the back. I want to sit in the front. Strategy is write it down. Most books you read, you won't get it this simple. Deliberate use of the element of national power to achieve political objective. That is strategy for state. Deliberate use of the elements of national power or element of power to achieve political objective. There must be a goal. That is the political objective. Boko Haram is killing in Nigeria not because they just want to kill. They have a reason for killing. I forgot it. To establish their own Islamic states. They have a goal, and it's always political, especially military strategy or national strategy. So the deliberate use of the concentrated, targeted use of the element of power to achieve, or even somebody calls it the art and science. Strategy is the art and science of using element of power to achieve political objective. Art and science of using the element of power to achieve political objective. The goal matters. And fine, before I leave, we'll get to that one in the premises now. Strategy is all about effect. Strategy is all about effect. Achieving your objective and achieving it spectacularly. Achieving your effect, achieving that thing spectacularly. Gone are those days when they spray money at parties. That does not mean you have money. When they spray, you are still counting. That means you are poor. Now they just bring the thing, tie it together and hit you. You feel the pain, but you won't complain. They just hit you. And not this way you'll be looking for somebody that will change you. No, you are poor. It's easy. People will remember. They won't remember you that you were spraying. You bring it and you check it is 50 naira. You spray. Somebody just dip his hand, bail of money, and you hit it, you feel it, but you won't complain. You just smile. He hit it again, you complain. That is what people will remember. There was a trending video of one Oba spraying Kwam One. I don't know if you noticed there was one. The guy used money, to he taped them together. He was now placing the thing on the man's neck as if that thing was beat. Different denominations of money, is trapped them. That was why I can even remember the man. That's his effect. Then he was now bringing bales of money again. He was not throwing it. Just using to plaster the man's face small, and that person would take that thing. If I was there then, if I were there and I want to bring out my tutu, I'll just put the thing back now. Why strike? I mean, people even remember me for that there. When somebody you took the time to paste money together. like a garland. Then you put it onto somebody's head. Not one, not two, not three, not four. You are not done. Then they brought one sack. Then you are picking something tied together. Then you are still placing it on this very self-same. And I'm there looking for my 100 naira to come and spray. I put my money. Effect. Strategy is about effect. Having 5 points is no big deal. 70. That's where it starts from. But when they now say to get your 5 points, you're having 100, and they say, no, that is effect. There's a degree to that 5 points. When boys were trying to show up online that they have money, then they call champagne. No, that does not mean you have money. When you call champagne, that does not mean when you smile. No, I now saw boys put their wristwatch, put their iPhone 15, or whatever, then pour water. They wash hands. They want to eat food. They wash hand of that thing, and they left it there. That's where you know you have money. As in they remove the thing, like just pour the thing, they take it away, throw it away. I love the that is effect. That is what strategy is all about. Strategies are when America dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, people say, hey, and before you shoot people, 10, 15, 20, you kill them. Then that thing killed the sheep, the goat, the air you are breathing, the house, the car. At a go. That is effect. And that is what strategy is all about.